Certified Wrestling Podcast. It's your host, Certified Hustler with the most. We have the hottest wrestler in the industry. He might not be on the unofficial PWI Top 500 this year. I guarantee next year he's in the top 100. It's our guy, Miami Ice, Rolando, Big Brother Rush, Freeman, the man, the gangster. Not only once, but twice pinned number 13, unlucky for him, Trevor Murdoch of the PWI Top 500. Correct? He also was just in Beyond Wrestling with Kenzie Page and just wrestled last week in New Jersey at Game-Changing Wrestling. This man is on fire. He's being talked about. I happened to see him live in person at NWA 74 at the Chase. I live in St. Louis. Rolando's my guy. His big brother last year at NWA 73 was doing what he said a dark match. I don't know what that means in NWA, but he sold me my NWA 73 shirt. At the merch table, I was like, yeah. He was like, next year I'll be on the pay-per-view. And he was.
Yeah, you got to manifest that kind of stuff, man.
And he was. I was like, who is this dude? And, bro, he worked out. I love the Spectaculars, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Right. I love it. It's a play from back in the day of the NWA. I think it's brilliant. Is his name Hollins? What's his name? The other guy?
Brady Pierce.
Brady Pierce. So it's you, Rush, and Brady Pierce, and they're the Spectaculars. But this is the thing. This is the thing, guys. If you didn't watch NWA 74, Cardona came back, and he got to choose his opponent. He could have chose anybody on the roster. He chose Rush Freeman's big brother, who a couple weeks ago walked up to the podium of Trevor Murdoch and told him, I forget word by word, but basically it's whatever. This dude's a gangster. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you from Miami, Rolando?
Not really. I'm actually from Alabama. Breaking kayfabe here, but I'm actually
from Alabama. Roll Tide, baby, Roll Tide.
Yeah.
Are you Roll Tide?
Never really been a big football guy. I'll be completely honest with you. Always been a wrestler.
In retrospect, you've never really been a big guy ever. No, I'm just kidding. But you're bigger than ever right now. Dude,
that's right.
Not only did this man, and I'm telling you, excuse me, I popped so loud for that. It was so pop. Let's get back on track. Mid Cardona decided to call out Rolando, the gangster from Miami Ice, you know what I mean? It's like, he'll get you, and he got you. And this dude came out, and Cardona thought it was going to be a joke. It was going in Cardona's favor. But Rolando got the save and the clean win. It was clean. Right. It was clean. It was no help. But here's the next thing. If you don't watch NWA Power on Tuesday nights on Fight TV, it's $49.99 a year, and you get every pay-per-view. Like, I went to the pay-per-view. Like, I've been to every pay-per-view in the past 12 months for NWA and all the Power trips. I've been live. I've tried to go all of them. Right. I'm one of the few. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. And that's real. You could ask anybody. And I'll see you at Hard Times 3. But
heck yeah.
Yeah. Got my ticket already. And what's the other? And it's another Power trip, correct? The next day, I'll see you there too. So I love it actually. Luke Hawk's hometown, if I'm not mistaken, New Orleans. Am I right about that?
We're going to be teaming with his promotion, Wildcat Sports. So that'd be.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like when they do stuff in Kentucky and Oak Cliff. They team up with Tried and True with Crimson.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the same thing. It's smart. It's business. It's mathematics, and I get it because I'm there live, and so it works out. It's subcontracted. It's very smart.
Yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to it. I know there's a big title match at the end of the pay-per-view, and I'm crossing my fingers that Ricky Steamboat's going to put in a good word for me. I don't know if you saw it on the latest Power episode, but, you know, I was like, yo, Ricky, you're a former
No, I
champion.
retweeted it. I just retweeted it.
Oh, you did. But
Yeah. So go ahead and tell them about it. Go ahead and tell them.
Go ahead and tell who?
Tell the audience what you did, what you told Steamboat.
Man, I just said, Ricky, I think you need to put in a good word for Rolando, because I am a future champion. My destiny was written in the stars. Rolando is money. So I think that it would do the NWA some good if you put your man Rolando in the title match. You know what I'm saying?
I do. One way or the other. You know what I mean? Wasn't the title match for Hard Times 3? I thought it was announced. Trevor Murdoch versus Matt Cardona.
I believe, yeah, but you never know. They could add me in.
That's what I need. That's what I need. And I can see that happening because if you guys didn't watch a week after NWA 74, Cardona demanded a rematch against my main man, Rolando. And you won't believe what happened. He beat him again. He's two-time beaten number 13 off PWI Top 500 mid Cardona. Don't know how he got to be number 13, and that's real because my eyes is the test, and I've been to every NWA event for the past 12 months. I've been to GCW event. I've been to Warrior Wrestling 22. I've been to Royal Rumble. I've been to AEW, and I've been over to 100 and something indie promotions in the past year. You know what I mean? Like I'm a real deal wrestling fan. Like I'm going to put together a real PWI 500. I don't understand July 30th through June, whatever. That's somebody's made up calendar. You know what I mean? We still got 3.5 months. Like, I'm like, what the heck? You know what I mean? And then they're talking about another list. I'm just really upset. They have women on this list, but they're coming out with a women's list next month, and they're apologizing to Mickie James, who should have been on this list since there's other women on this list. And they said, well, you'll make the next list for sure. That's so disrespectful, in my opinion. You don't have to have a take to that. Just my opinion. Mickie James for the at Empower, I was there. That was the loudest night I have ever heard the Chase in my life. You know what I mean? It set the tone for NWA 73, and I mean that. I mean that. And they delivered, Murdoch and all this. Oh, my goodness. And it's proven. Nick Aldis ranked number 60 in the PWI Top 500. My hometown homeboy, Trevor Murdoch, trained by the 8-time world heavyweight champion of the world, the real champion, the hardest and baddest man on the planet, not Haku, the one that led Haku to the championship, Harley Race. Am I right, Rolando?
Yes, sir. I believe so.
A lot of history there. You guys got a lot of people up in the NWA, and I know about stuff getting ready to happen, people coming in to the NWA. Harley Race has a huge print all over the new NWA.
Oh yeah. It's great.
A lot of the guys have been trained. So at NWA 74 also, Davey Richards, you know who that is, MLW, good dude. Hook up with Davey. You know he's a booker.
Oh.
Yeah, he is a booker for MLW. I'm sorry, but I don't know if you're under contract with anybody, but you know what I'm saying. But I know MLW and MWA are doing their thing together. I heard some other things. I don't want to spoil nothing because I'm not going to do that. There's bigger things getting ready to happen in the NWA. And so, yeah, I already know. And I'm not going to say, I promised I'm not going to say it. I swear to you I'm not. But Ruthless Aggression is coming back to the NWA. Trevor Murdoch said so on the podium. I'm just saying, bro. So, mate, you didn't see that?
Hey, man. Trevor Murdoch's bringing back Ruthless Aggression. I don't think there's anyone better than me when you're talking about Ruthless Aggression, dude. When I get in that ring, I put all I got into it. I'm coming after you, dude. Fist of flying. You know what I'm saying?
And you don't care.
I'm the guy with Ruthless Aggression. You know.
Right. I've seen you. Like, it's wild. Like, I know wrestling, and I know professional wrestling and real wrestling. NWA is real professional wrestling. And usually the first few years, it was like going into a locker room full of tight ends, 6'5", 270-pound grown ASS men. You know what I mean? And I'm like, holy crud. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. Like if you guys are at a party together, ain't nothing happening. That's on everything. You know? And you'll be the one starting everything off, and like they'll just look at that crowd and be like, But your swag, your heart, your skill set, which leads me to, I know where you were trained, I know who trained you, is phenomenal, man. How old are you, if we could give the world your true age?
I'm 24. 24 years old.
4 years old. So what we have right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a blue chipper that's not in his prime yet. Remember what I just said. And Matt Cardona, who won the NWA World Championship this year, the GCW Championship this year, the Digital Media Championship this year, multiple other championships this year, the belt collector, the wrestling figure collector. But
what a nerd. What a nerd. Who collects figures, bro?
Yeah, who collects figures, bro? Like, I'm going to create a vlog of me collecting nothing. I don't collect nothing but money, baby. Nothing but money, baby. I'm with Rolando.
Money and time.
That's it. That's it, baby. I'm collecting time, too, because time is money and money is time. You feel me, right, Rolando?
Absolutely. 100%.
That's right. And so your swag and your heart, I believed every second and every ounce of your match. Not only the first night at NWA 74, like I'm having goosebumps now, bro, and I was there. I had goosebumps. Billy Corgan was standing behind me. Like Haku was on the left of me. You know what I'm saying, who was all there. Harley Race's son and me were talking. Leland Race was sitting directly behind me. Like, I was surrounded by legends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, Attila Khan was there, who faced Trevor Murdoch in his first title defense in SICW, where Nick Aldis just wrestled last week. Attila Khan was actually Trevor Murdoch's first title defense when he was the champion the first time. And before he wrestled Gangrel and all that stuff. Like, I keep up with everything, even your guys' outside projects. You know what I mean? I was a little shocked about your GCW thing, about me not knowing it, because I order all the GCW pay-per-views off Fight TV and the NWA ones. But the NWA ones I get free because I have the package, the all access. But I ordered the one from, you said it was last weekend, correct?
Yeah, last weekend it was their settlement series. Before
right, there was one yesterday.
Show. Yeah.
There was one this morning or yesterday. I have like 4 or 5 I have to watch still.
A lot of content.
Dude, there's so much content. I follow GCW, NWA, MLW. I'm a Von Erich fan hugely. Marshall and Ross follow me. That's a big compliment to me because I grew up a big Von Erich family. Our family was a Von Erich family. I'm only 42. That's older than you. But I fit in that prime 83. At 83, I was at the last wrestling match at 3 years old, wrestling at the Chase at the hotel at 3 years old. At the last match, Herb Simmons, he was there at the Chase. You met him, probably the promoter for SICW. Trevor wrestled. Yeah, the bigger guy with the glasses. I used to work for him, and so he was there in the back room, by the hidden stairs. You know, the hidden stairs in the Chase, right? Which, by the way, tell the girls to stop posting those pictures. That is a treasure that nobody's supposed to see but wrestlers. Now, I'm serious.
Hey, I'm not one to tell those ladies what to do. I know they'll smack me.
I hear you, man, but for real, that's like holy grail in St. Louis. Like, a lot of wrestlers kind of got upset about that. I
had no idea.
Those stairs, yeah. Those stairs are sacred because of who and who's walked. The public's never seen them. The news wouldn't even film it out of respect. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And I've seen the stairs because I've had privilege of being back there before, being shown around because. And so yeah, so so the steps are out on the internet if anybody wants to see what they look like. I'm not going to name the account of the professional wrestlers that did it, but but I did get a lot of emails and phone calls. I'm like, that ain't my problem. I don't work for them. I don't care. I don't give a dang what's going on. But anyways, so it was beautiful, man, seeing you do your thing. And then I think it was the very next Power, you end up wrestling Matt Cardona. It was NWA 74, 2 nights, bam, right to Nashville, bam, woke up, wrestled probably him the very first thing in the morning. I don't know what that taping schedule went. Looked like you could have wrestled him at midnight. I don't know. I just know
it was probably closer to midnight.
Right, and that I know, man. That's rough. Anybody that wrestles for a company that does TV like that, I work for SICW. They do that, and I respect you. That's hard. You have to, because you're even at 24, you're being new and you're being happy. I'm beating Matt Cardona. That's hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you drove down to Nashville. Billy probably made y'all drive. I don't know, but took a bus. Probably took a bus. Everybody took a bus, something like that. I don't know, but I've walked up on Sal Naro in a station wagon and interviewed him in Oak Cliff in the parking lot. That's our pal, baby. I actually love Sal. Sal's one of my favorite people. But the second night, the very next night on NWA Power, or Tuesday when it come on. By the way, you can watch it on YouTube for free on NWA on the YouTube channel on Fridays. They do the replay, the whole show. You won't miss nothing. If you want to freeload off that, whatever. But you know my opinion on that. If there's a paywall, there's a reason. The reason why there's a paywall is because it's a company that didn't go away during the pandemic when he could have easily went away and blamed it on the pandemic. Instead, he kept it around, and he's made it so much better in the past year. William Patrick Corgan. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah,
man,
and I mean that. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. He's been messed over. He's been lied to because people think he's green. He's been bamboozled. He's been worked. But he's not silly because he's in an industry that stuff happens. So he knows how to rework, redo, refaboozle, and get you too. And that's what I respect about Billy Corgan. People got to remember, he might be from the suburbs, but he's still from the Chi. And the people don't know the suburbs ain't no joke. So I want to be trying to work Billy Corgan.
Man, Billy Corgan's a great dude. Gave me the biggest opportunity of my life. So I owe my whole life to that dude.
You do. And Billy Corgan, you know how I feel about you, and I respect the heck out of you. I'm one of the biggest NWA fans you'll ever meet. It's obvious. I'm all over the internet. Rolando, you could attest to that, right? I'm everywhere. I'm at every show. Me and Billy have talked in the parking lot one-on-one, eye to eye on his Escalade Cadillac SUV on the hood. And so we've had our talk, you know what I mean? And so Billy knows how I feel about him. I love him. I might criticize the NWA a lot and probably way more than anybody else, but I'm here to tell you why. And I'm glad you're here. I love those 3 letters. Okay. I live in St. Louis, Missouri, the mecca of professional wrestling, the home office of the National Wrestling Alliance. You want to use the NWA, those 3 letters, and build off Harley Race and the National Wrestling Alliance, you get St. Louis people like me to come with it, and you're going to have to just deal with it. I pay for every show I attend. I paid for all access. If I travel and pay thousands of dollars for hotels and gas and $59.99 my year subscription, I feel like I should have an opinion, especially if I'm going. I'm not one of the talking heads that don't show up and see the product. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Just my opinion, because I know a lot of my money has paid a lot of wrestlers. So I'm just saying. So, because it was a whole 400 people at a show. And if you're doing TV taping, 75, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's going to get bigger. The Chase actually, I think, compared to last year, if you want to know my real opinion, I think there was more people. The setup was different. They didn't have the tables and the VIP section, which was wild to me. They just had chairs. Last year, they had it set up like it did back in the day. Like they had like Trevor's family and friends roped off in tables and stuff like that. This year wasn't like that. Last year, the TV screens weren't there. Like Ric Flair and them came down the steps. Like they wrestled. Like Trevor got body slammed on that stage. Yeah.
Ugh.
So
Well,
the
maybe I get to body slam him.
at Power, you pin Matt Cardona again. And in my eyes, sometimes that's twice. And sometimes, remember, guys, he beat him clean the first time. Second time, too. I blinked a couple times, and I went like this, and I was like, that's a clean pin number 2 over him. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know why he's bringing Trevor Murdoch into you and his beef.
Either, man, it was a no DQ. So, like, I did win fair and square. You know what I'm saying?
What would happen when I blinked?
Do what?
So what happened when I blinked?
I don't know.
You guys are gonna have to go on YouTube. You're gonna have to go on YouTube and go to last week.
Check it out. Yeah, exactly.
Last week's NWA show. It's on right now, live this week's, but go back to last week's and see what happened, what everybody's saying. I didn't see it, I blinked, because this man cleanly beat number 13 from the PWI. He said he's going to carry that number proudly, so I'm going to call him number 13, unlucky number 13. That's the perfect number to give him since he was pinned twice by you. You know what I mean? Like, he earned that number. Like, if I remember correctly, he wasn't always ready this year. He wasn't even ready for his own pay-per-view, if I'm correct. And unlucky number 13, I wouldn't be hyped up about that as much as he is. It could be the Madden curse. It could be the Madden curse. Getting on the cover.
Oh yeah, and I think if he's willing to get beat by a third time or get beat by me for a third time, I ain't opposed to it.
You're already a charm. So beating them 3 times a charm, and then beating them 4 times, you get the charm. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Only a matter of time.
I see that the PWI is ranking the NWA now. Camille, and this upsets me so freaking much, because if you know anything about the NWA, Mildred Burke and Camille reminds me so much of Mildred Burke, it ain't even funny. You know what I mean? She has, not by the identical face looks, Camille has the look, the strength, the power, the skill. This was the first week PWI had Camille ranked in the top 10 of the NWA. And Max Apollo was ranked number 10. You were ranked number 4, well-deserved, I do believe, number 4. And Trevor's number 1, of course. I forget who's number 2. Who's number 2?
Homicide.
I don't know who's doing the rankings over there, but that's what's up. You know what I mean? That's what's up. But I have a real ranking that's coming out, and this is a side note. I want people to put some respect on Jordan Clearwater's name. I want people to put some respect on Luke Hawk's name. I want people to put some respect on AJ Hawk's name. I want people to put some respect on Marche Rocket's name. I want some people to put respect on Church's Money Black G's name. I want people to put respect on Marty Bell's name, Allison Kay's name. If you could put Kinsey Page, and this is nothing against Kinsey Page because I've watched her from the beginning till now, and it's a huge, huge difference, and everybody knows what I mean. And if she's good enough to be in the PWI 500, the Brick House is good enough to be in the 500. Put some respect on Camille's name. She's the National Wrestling Alliance Women's champion, the second longest reigning champion in professional wrestling behind only one man, Roman Reigns.
That's incredible.
I hope people start listening to me. Jordan Clearwater is the heavyweight champion of the United Wrestling Network. Okay? That is a network of a bunch of indie wrestlers from around the country that wrestle from Memphis, Atlanta, Florida. He is the heavyweight champion. The man doesn't fall from 321 in 2021 to being off the list, and he's the champion this year. I don't understand it. Put some respect on Jordan Clearwater's name. He's not even in the top 500. I don't understand what's going on. You guys got – I love Tyrus. You guys got Tyrus. It is what it is. His demos, 55 to 85-year-old men from Fox News that like that. And so he draws the 55 to 85-year-old demo. That's great. I like Tyrus. But he's not better than Jordan Clearwater. And I'm sorry that you have to hear this, but he was the voice. Tyrus was the voice. But yeah, it hurts me about Clearwater, what it does, because these guys use these numbers as leverage in the office, if you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, if you're on the independent circuit and you're ranked in a PWI 500, you're going from 150 a match to 500. You know what I'm saying? Like overnight. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. I book people. I book wrestlers. I know what I'm talking about. You go if you ranked in the 500, you could have been there's a lady that's ranked number, I'm not going to say it. She's been in professional wrestling for 25 years. She's ranked in the 300s. She's been making $25 to $50 a night her whole life, and she's ranked in the 300s. And now she could finally charge $300. She was crying on a video today. She could finally charge $300 when other women are getting no less than $150 to $200 on the indies. So the PWI 500 does mess with people's money and pay. And Jordan Clearwater is young. You're going to be in the PWI next year, Rolando. There's no way you couldn't be. You're going to beat the number 13. You beat the number 13 man at the biggest show of the year. It's not WrestleMania. WrestleMania was booked from the chase. WrestleMania was built from the chase. The first 2 years, Vince McMahon sat in that studio at the chase and ran United States Wrestling, a WWF from the chase for 2 years. Okay? So WrestleMania was built there. Now we're rebuilding the real show, the anniversary show of the NWA. You beat a former NWA heavyweight champion 2 times. You will be in the top 500 next year. And if you're not, it's not a real top 500.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
No, I mean that because they say it goes off what you've done, who you've beat, what you've worked. You're working every weekend. You're pretty much booked solid, right? Still
absolutely. Every weekend. Yes, sir.
Exactly. They say active. He's drawn eyeballs to the NWA. I know that for a fact. I do chats, and for the past month, it's been nothing but Rolando. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to learn Spanish. You know?
Me too.
Dude, it was. Well, I think everybody in America should have to learn Spanish because it's going to be the new language. I think there's going to be more people in America that speak Spanish than English. I'm one of the few people that I want all the migrants to come. Please come, and enjoy your life and prosper. So I think I'm Italian. My family came over in the 1900s. So, right. So it is what it is. But you beat him again. You got the arm drag guy. Chelsea, why you do that? You're not going to get nowhere calling him the arm drag guy. You're not going to get nowhere. Back to the line. So you went up to Ricky, the legend, the Dragon Steamboat, the man that went 60 minutes all night long with the man, the nature boy, Ric Flair, in one of the most legendary matches of all time. And if you haven't seen that match, you need to go into YouTube and put in the bar. Ricky, the Dragon Steamboat versus Ric Flair, 60-minute match. And you will be addicted to professional wrestling for the rest of your life. That is the first match that I can remember when I was a child. The second match is the David Von Erich Memorial. There was that for when he passed away for David Von Erich. But yeah, those are the days. WCCW, the Von Erichs, Missing Link, One Man Gang, all them guys. That's what I grew up on. And then NWA, because Harley Race was doing it for a while. Larry Madisick was doing it for a while when Sam Munchnick sold to a group of guys. And then there was 2 Wrestling at the Chases. People really don't know that. There was Channel 11, and then there was Sam Munchnick, which is who I idolize. Me and him went to the same high school. I was born in the same hospital as Kevin Von Erich, and I went to the same high school as the godfather of the NWA, Sam Munchnick. There is a plaque of Sam Munchnick in the school hallway, and there's a plaque of Kevin Von Erich at the hospital.
That's cool. That's cool.
Doris was going to labor. Von Erich, Fritz's wife, Fritz Von Erich was wrestling for Sam in St. Louis. So a bunch of police, Larry Madisick, actually the voice of St. Louis, if you know who that is, who was one of the owners with Harley Race of the new NWA when the original NWA folded and Vince bought time slot, blah, blah, blah. Larry was and so was Herb. Herb still is today. He's a mayor and a cop, the promoter. You met the SICW promoter and a FEMA director and this and that. But they rushed her instead of St. Louis. They're all from Illinois. So they rushed her over to Illinois Hospital, even though Wrestling at the Chases around the hospital, around the corner from the hospital, they didn't want her in St. Louis. They wanted the baby born in Illinois in Belleville. It's so funny. It's political. They were like, no. Kevin's going to be born in Illinois. It's a funny story, man. But it was during his match she went in labor.
That's crazy.
In the Chase. Do you know the history of the Chase, or did you look any of it up?
This was my first time actually seeing the Chase, and I gotta say, when I went in there, I was just blown away. You know.
Did you feel it?
Oh yeah, I felt it. I especially felt it during the match. Just the energy and just I knew of the history and I felt it. And you know, we all as performers have a responsibility to give everyone the best that we have, and I think that everyone delivered, especially us. You know,
brother, I couldn't have been more excited. Davey Richards got a pop. The homeboys, Mike Outlaw and Camaro Jackson from St. Louis and the U.S. title. That was loud when they got to the end with the Fixers. You know what I mean? That got the night going. Your match was crazy, loud. Nick Aldis got the pop of the lifetime during his speech. Tyrus got chanted CNN for I don't know why, but I don't know why, but that chant was because of the Fox News thing, I guess. But there was pop after pop after pop after pop after pop. You know what, dude? Thrillbilly got into the best shape of his life for that match.
He did. That was a big match for him, and I knew he was excited for it. So
against Davey Richards, the most underrated professional wrestler in professional wrestling.
Dude, he's a beast. He's small, but that dude's a beast, dude.
He's go against him. Go against him in the ring, and you might get Minoru Suzuki'd.
Dude, I'd love to, man. I would love to scrap with him. I think that would be a fun fight for sure.
He owns a school, Team Ambition. You know all about it. He probably told you guys. He owns a school in St. Louis, and I love him for that. If you notice, a lot of his team, 90%, 95% are African Americans. And I love that because St. Louis is 90%, 95% African American, the most dangerous city in America. And these wrestlers that aren't going anywhere and being held back by promoters and still, you know how that goes. The man that's a legend like himself that could be signed to WWE, AEW today, decides not to, decides to help MLW, now NWA, and help these kids from the inner city, man. These kids from the inner city now, instead of wanting to gangbang and stuff, they're calling up Davey Richards and going through his academy, and it's beautiful to see. And then right across the river, 5 minutes away, Cowboy Bob Orton, Randy Orton's dad, Cowboy Bob Orton Jr., $25 a week $25 a week for wrestling school.
Wow, that's incredible. From a legend like that, man, that's a steal. If I lived in St. Louis and I started wrestling, that'd be a move, man. What are those?
Dak
schools?
Draper said he was going to go do it. Going to go and check it out.
For sure. For sure.
I like Dak. Dak wrestles the St. Louis scene a lot. I like Dak Draper. I think you take him though.
Oh yeah, I think so. Appreciate it, man. I think I can take anybody.
I think you beat Matt Cardona, Billy Corgan's superhero. He was going to save the NWA. You beat him twice. Like, a million toy collectors aren't going to buy 400 seats at an NWA show. A million toy collectors that follow somebody on Twitter are going to buy 2,000 toys. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. So he's not there to. I'm shooting right now. He's not saving. Sheesh. You know what's saving the NWA? You.
Me. Rolando. Yeah.
Trevor
Rolando
Murdoch.
saving the NWA.
Trevor Murdoch. Nick Aldis. Luke Hawks. Jordan Clearwater. That's who's saving it. Tom Latimer. Chris Adonis. The originals. The people that have been there since day one. They're more motivated now than ever. Tom Latimer is in the best shape of his freaking life.
Oh yeah, dude. That dude's scary in shape, man.
Scary and shit. He should be like the Andre the Giant of the NWA and never be champion and just represent the NWA banner everywhere he wrestles.
That'd be a great guy to do it.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. He'd be like the Andre the Giant that from Vincent McMahon Sr. that lent out, was part of the NWA, that lent out Andre to all the NWA territories to draw money. Could you imagine Tom Latimer coming in to fight your champion at your show? You will go from 150 seats to about 400 or 500. The fire department will be called because of the code. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think if they build Tom Latimer as the guy that carries the banner as the biggest and the baddest and the meanest, I think it would work. You know what I'm saying? And I love seeing the social media now is telling people who the heck people are. I didn't know who you were a couple weeks ago, dude. I apologize. I had to figure out who you were.
Good.
But they're finally starting to put together stuff. A lot of recommendations from me. Watch my videos. You'll see. But they got a talk show all of a sudden on Wednesdays. And I love that. They have photos, official NWA photos of wrestlers now. Love that. Now can we please put together packages of people like Rolando that nobody knows about that trained at the Nightmare Factory with QT Marshall and Cody Rhodes, amongst others? It would be a bigger draw. Now that if I didn't know that because I didn't study up on them, how would I know that? Your wrestlers aren't, your fans ain't got time to study. There's a reason why YouTube's dead and its shorts work. Is because of their attention spans 15 seconds because of the tech. We're in a TikTok world. We need a package where you come out hot and you tell me about Rolando, where he's from. He trained so darn hard at the Nightmare Factory that the Nightmare Man himself, Cody Rhodes, sends him to the NWA to conquer and grab the 10 pounds of gold. That's why Rolando is here. Not to be the big brother of Rush Freeman, but to be the big brother for everybody in the NWA. That's why.
Yes, sir. That's right.
I had no idea where you trained until I looked you up. But I had to look you up because I was fascinated. And I do my homework before I ever speak to anybody. And how did that match go with you and Kinsey?
Man, it went great. I've wrestled Kinsey probably more times than I have anyone else on the independents. We actually have a long history on the indies, especially in Alabama at this show called New South Pro Wrestling. And I think you should check that out.
Shoot it out. Shoot it out. Tell people where they can find it.
Oh, yeah, at New South Pro Wrestling on Twitter and Instagram. It's based out of Alabama. Great promotion. The biggest belt on the independents. I was the last champion. And then me and Kinsey had a thing, and then she beat me for it. So
no, it's okay. It's okay. That happens. So you had You know who Billy I am, Billy Starks. Will I am.
Yes, I do know Billy Starks. Mm-hmm.
Have you wrestled her? She's a blue chipper if I've never seen one.
I've never wrestled Billy Starks, but I have been on a lot of shows with Billy, and she's a very sweet girl. A very sweet girl with a lot of passion. That is
talented.
For sure gonna go far. For sure gonna go far.
Do you think she's the most talented 18-year-old you've ever seen, or whatever it is?
Yes, definitely. Biggest heart too. Fire.
I had front row seats to watch her at St. Louis Anarchy. First, Rob, is it Rob? Rob, he's ranked unsigned, and I don't care. That guy.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Ginger hair, skinny. He's from St. Louis.
Yes, I do.
Yep. Very, dude. They put on. If there was a 10-star match, that was it. And this kid was like 18. You hear me? Like a couple months ago in St. Louis, I was like, "Who is this?" And they told me like she's the next thing. Like who? If she doesn't get hurt from doing all these death matches and all these extreme matches that she does, I'm being serious. If she doesn't get hurt, I'm going on record to say that she's going to go down as on the Mount Rushmore of female professional wrestlers if her trajectory keeps going the way it is.
Oh yeah, she's definitely worthy. She will be.
She's not peaked. Someday. She's not peaked.
Oh, not yet.
And she's still training. And her parents, her dad, I love him. They are all for it. You know what I mean? They're behind her 100%. A lot of wrestlers' families aren't behind it because it's hard. Sometimes you got to wrestle 3 times on TV for free to prove your worthiness in the beginning. Sometimes you got to wrestle for $25. Sometimes you got to wrestle for a handshake and a thank you and a hot dog, literally, and then go to the next town. To the next town because you hope somebody bought a shirt from you so you could pay for gas and sleep in your car and wrestle the next night. I get that. So she has a family that sticks with her. There's not very many families. You have to be a special breed to be a wrestler that's done what I just said, because that's not reality stuff.
No, man. A normal person could not do the things that we do.
No.
For sure. Like, I talk to normal people, and they tell me 30 minutes to an hour is a long drive. I'm like, really?
Yeah, right. I drive 6 hours, 9 hours in indie shows. Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Tell them, try to drive from St. Louis to Nashville after doing a 2-day event. You know what I mean? A 2-day major event. You know? To try to do that. Try to drive from Alabama to Nashville to St. Louis, but then to be in Jersey for the GCW. And they're not going to fly me in because I haven't paid my dues. They want me to get a rental. You know? But like, people don't know. I mean, whatever. It's the internet. Let's keep it real. You know? Like, stop hating. I wish there was more love. I'm more of a critic because I want the NWA to succeed, not fail, dude. Never fail. I wouldn't drive the miles, waste the gas, and show up. I want it to be around forever, and I think it's in safe hands. I think it's in somebody that has the passion as you, as Trevor, as Nick, as Jack Stain, as Austin Idol. You know what I mean? The same passion. And everybody complaining about the commentaries, get a life. Joe Galley is a professional recovering news anchor. Velvet Sky has grown tremendously. Get over it. And Tim Storm is an NWA heavyweight champion. His perspective and his color commentary is head on. It's old school. He's old school. He's from the South. He wrestles in the Texas scene. He was the oldest NWA champion in the history. Give some respect when he talks. Listen, and you might learn something, you know, instead of complaining about commentary. You know, that's what I got to say about that. But other than that, dude, NWA is phenomenal. The 74 was phenomenal. The tag team champion match, even though Harry wasn't able to make it and Doug had to give up the straps, that broke my heart, to be honest with you. For Doug, to be real, I'm being real because I like Doug Williams, and I like Harry too. And I seen Harry at Crockett Cup, so that was cool. Yeah, I was at both nights of the Crockett Cup too, and so that's when I think that's when he first showed up as like Commonwealth Connection or something like that, because Nick Aldis went a different direction, and so uh, the the Commonwealth like split up and they just went that way. I don't think they should have called it the Commonwealth Connection. I think they should have kept it the same connection they had. That would be, I mean, just add him into it. He's from where you guys are from, but not my choice. But what are you looking most forward to? Are you looking in New Orleans? Are you excited to hit the South with the NWA? As south of they've been as Nashville. You guys are about to hit New Orleans. That's mid-Atlantic, mid-South.
I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited because I've never been to New Orleans. Never been that way. So
stay out of the French Quarters.
Okay, I got you.
Stay off St. Louis Avenue.
But what I'm looking forward to the most is just more learning. More learning. There's so many like good veterans there that have been to the mountaintop. They can tell me what it's like. You know, they've worked TV regularly. They can help me with that kind of stuff. So I'm just really looking forward to learn. And
who you learn the most from in the NWA?
Right now, I've been learning a lot from Aaron Stevens.
Dude,
he's been helping. He's a great character guy.
Dude,
great character.
Can I say something? That was the greatest manager performance I have ever seen in my life at the NWA 74 with Mac.
That was a crazy
Before the
match.
question, I don't like, that's personal opinion. I don't like the question mark gimmick. That's personal opinion. But Aaron Stevens, that was the greatest. That was, if I could say manager of the year moment, that was it.
For sure.
Black glove in the middle of St. Louis, managing Rodney Mack, talking gangster and hood like he does it for a living, like it's natural. And I'm like, this dude, he's like, shut up, bro. What? I was like, dude, he had me going, dude. Like, I was like, this is entertainment. You know what I mean? He lacks the he was losing the passion to me. This ain't nothing that nobody's told me. He was losing the this was my thoughts. Losing the passion. He's lost his friend, the question mark, obviously. Losing the passion of wrestling, not being utilized right, not wanting his direction. His direction on WWE was phenomenal. He was so over that they squashed him because he was too over. They were like, he's not the prototype to be over. Squash. You know what I mean? So I watched him on the A-List, another show he was part of on YouTube, and just to watch his demeanor, you know what I mean? I'm all about like the wrestling, bro. Like I watch stuff just to see their demeanor. Like I don't even let them know I'm in their chat. I'm like, just, you know. So I'm watching his demeanor. I'm like, man, he has lost all like passion for professional wrestling. You know what I mean? I could just tell something in somebody. I love the May gimmick, by the way, because I know her life and I know, like, I think it's freaking tremendous. The gimmick is great. She's she's a multi-time best-selling author. Her father's very famous. You guys probably should do your homework on her. She's not just some pretty face on the microphone. It's a character. This woman is professional, very smart, and no idea who this woman is. If I were you, I would go to her Wikipedia page and start studying.
Definitely, 100%. Very sweet woman. I love working with her every time I get to.
One of the best rockers in the world. Good friends with Billy. She doesn't pop up out of nowhere. You know what I mean? She comes from a fluent family with big money and long lineage of history. So y'all need to check up on her before everybody keeps saying she's just a pretty face. You wouldn't say that if you didn't think she was pretty. There's more to her than just Okay, thank you. It's a gimmick. If you don't get it, that's on you. But anyways, so what do you got going on tonight? I know you're gonna, Ricky, listen to me. You guys want to sell out those tickets that are remaining? I know how many tickets are remaining. I just checked. You know I check every day and I let you know how many are left. Listen to me. Announce this man in the three-way for the heavyweight championship of the world.
They need
Announce
to.
him. Announce him. And if I were you, I'd have him walked in by Luke Hawks, and the crowd would explode.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, dude.
I think
Man,
that's
I'm
just my
hoping and
opinion.
praying.
That's just my opinion. Luke steals you away from the spectaculars. He says, no, 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 no. You're more than spectacular. You're Miami Ice. You're a
Hey,
gangster. You know what I mean?
man, yeah.
You're more than
That would be very interesting to see my independent character on a platform such as the NWA.
someone just comes and says, you're more than spectacular. That's so brilliant. Well, I know, man. I'm not trying to break up the threesome. I'm just trying to get you in the top 100 next year, bro, where you belong. I noticed they like to drop people off the list like Jordan Clearwater because he's in a group, even though he's the heavyweight champion of the United Wrestling Network. So groups aren't too much of the PWI thing, it looks like. You know, they don't even have, dude, this is crazy. They don't even have, what's the WWE champion? Belair.
Oh, really? They don't
Uh-huh.
have her on there?
Nope.
Wow.
Nope.
Interesting.
But number 50 is Trish Adora,
Hmm.
which I'm with. But Bianca Belair is not on the list. You know who else isn't? Eva Lise. And you
Wow.
right. She is the greatest female professional wrestler alive. She's real MMA. You as a Spanish man should help with this situation. I don't know if she's been blackballed or what. You know what I mean? It's really ridiculous. But Thunder Rosa holds 4 belts right now. Shimmer, Shine, or whatever it is. She holds 4 major belts in the women's world. The title match network stuff. I want this Hispanic wrestlers to round around Eva Lise. You know what I mean? Everybody deserves a second chance. Could you imagine if you messed up and you weren't allowed to do your craft the way you wanted to and everybody just like pushed you to the side? Could you imagine that?
No, I couldn't. I could not
Right.
imagine.
So I would love for everybody to forgive and forget and let's stop playing politics and remember it's the fans that matter. And if Eva Lisa is not seen on any TV, she could be on NWA and be NWA World Champion. I mean, it'd be hard to beat beat Brickhouse, but she'd be pay-per-view and the numbers would spike. The world is missing out seeing Eva Lisa. That's all I gotta say. And I would just hope wrestlers ban around, talk to promoters, and forgive and forget, man. Business is business and personal is personal. You leave your personal issues at the house, and when you go to work, business is business. You don't get along with everybody in the locker room. If that was the case, there'd be no politics, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So I think everybody should ban around. I don't care what's happened in the past or anything like that. We're getting a missed opportunity of seeing Eva Lise. You want to know who else was left off the PWI 500? Cash Wheeler from FTR.
No way.
Yep.
Is it because there's a tag team?
Your boy was ranked number 151. Uncle.
Wow. Okay. Huh.
Yeah. And they've been pushing him. They've been pushing him in singles like he's Bret the Hitman Hart. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? That's the angle they're going. And like Cash, that's so disrespectful. Like the greatest tag team in the world. I don't care if it's tag team or not. They got tag teams all up and down there. Kenzie Page is half of the tag team women, NWA champions, and she's in the top 100. Or she's in there. She's on there. You know what I mean? Well deserved. You know what I'm saying? But the Brick House isn't. Camille, Something's not right there. Marty Bell's not. Allison Kay's not. That's just my point, man. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you got going on for the next 4 weeks?
For the next 4 weeks, I'm going to be having New South Pro Wrestling in Alabama. We have a show in a couple of weeks. It'll be a fundraiser for a little town called Heflin, Alabama. And, of course, Heflin, Alabama. That's the
I got
town.
a friend that lives in Alabama. I'm gonna tell him he'll watch this. He'll watch it. Terry McDormand. Does he ever tag you or say anything to you, Terry McDormand?
I'm not sure. I don't think so.
77 Evermore. It'll be 70. It'll be at 77 Evermore. He's like Bill Apter, Dave Meltzer. He's like one of those guys in his 60s. He's very recognized. So like he'll watch this, and
Nice.
I'm pretty sure he'll start following you. But he knows he's a historian. So after next week, the second week, where are you at?
I will be tomorrow. I'm at an engagement party for a buddy of mine, and then the next week is New South.
Is he a wrestler?
He was a wrestler. He was a wrestler, but unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. His name is.
I was trying to get the scoop.
Yeah, it just didn't work out for him, man, and I hate it for him. It just lost the passion somewhere in there at a point in time, and some people just they lose.
No, I get it.
Yeah, and then
so is it going to be you as the best man or the Spectaculars as the best man?
Just me this time.
You should really dress up as a Spectacular and like post it at the wedding.
Oh God, yes, that'd be a great image. Great image, dude.
You don't think so?
That would be great.
You don't think so? I think that would be amazing.
That'd be money.
Yes.
Yeah, me in the bow tie.
Yes.
Shirt.
Yes.
Maybe I'll pop out of the cake.
Yes. No. What you do is when they throw the bouquet, you pop up out of nowhere and grab that mug. The flowers.
And then run as fast as I can with it.
Yeah. Because have you ever seen them? There's like the 5 ones are like, it's my turn. And somebody's going to find me. Maybe here.
Yeah.
But besides that, so are you GCW again? I'd love to see you wrestle Matt Cardona at GCW in the death match.
Great. I haven't.
Do you do death
been in
matches?
talks with him. I've never been in a death match. I've been in a few street fights, but I'm always willing to try new things, and a death match definitely doesn't scare me. So I'm definitely down.
Because you're you know who you're working with. You know what I mean? Just don't do me a favor. Never work with Devin Hannibal. All right?
All right. I'll write that down for you.
You know who Hannibal is, right? The guy that stabbed the referee in the head down in Texas.
Jesus, really?
Devin Hannibal with the Hannibal TV on YouTube.
Man,
Hannibal TV. Yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
Selena Del Rente's boyfriend.
Oh shit.
Natalia. So what's up with you? You engaged? You married?
No, I'm single right now, just living my life, dude. Focus on me.
Bro, stay single because you're ready to mingle. You know what I'm saying? You don't wear that spectacular outfit for no reason. You know?
Yep. Got big things ahead for me, so I got to stay focused on me. Got to be prepared for whenever the biggest opportunities come. I'm always ready.
Period. Point blank. So what got you into pro wrestling?
My grandmother, when I was 9 years old.
And how old was she? How old was she? How old was she?
At the time, she was in her 50s. She passed away when she was 65 a few years ago.
Still watching wrestling?
Always watched it, man. Always did. Her favorite wrestlers were like Edge, Sheamus, some of the most random people she would follow.
No, my daughter is 10. Her favorite, she's in love with Sheamus. I'm like, what in the world? Yeah, I'm scared.
Eventually, I became her favorite wrestler, though, and I think
Yeah, for
she
sure,
would.
for sure. So
I
she
think she
got
would
you
be.
into it. And
Mhm.
what'd you do? You didn't go to college. You just like said, I'm gonna go to wrestling school. I'm gonna go to QT Marshall, see what's up.
Actually, I didn't start out at the. Surprisingly, I didn't start out at the Nightmare Factory.
Usually
I've
people
actually.
don't. They usually have 2 or 3 trainers.
Yeah. I've actually been doing this for 6 years. 6 years now since I was 17 at the time. I was about to turn 18. I started at this show called American Championship Wrestling in Boaz, Alabama, ran by a guy named Mickey Henry. He was
I know who that is.
yeah, he was an enhancement talent for like the WWF and
Mm-hmm.
WCW back in the day. Worked with a lot of big names like Ric Flair,
Mm-hmm.
and he trained me, gave me my first break in the business. You know, learned a little bit there, went around the South, and then eventually found myself at the Nightmare Factory because I wanted to get better, and the only way to do that would be to get trained by people who are at the top. And I learned so much.
Basically, not
Yeah.
by no guy that's been on independence making $25 a year that has no contacts.
Mhm.
Right. I'm with you. So you have to spend money to make money, and
Yeah.
you gotta start somewhere. And so you got trained by your regular guy. What happened? Did you get on the website? Did you call the factory? How did all that happen?
What it was me and a buddy of mine named Donnie Janella. We
Hmm.
uh we rode together there when it was the One Fall Power Factory still at the time, and you know we
Did
were doing
Cody and
they had
QT
drop.
both own it? Did
It
they
was
both own it then too?
at the time it was just QT, and they had drop in classes. We would pay some money to go and do those. Then eventually they let us join the regular classes,
Hmm.
and we stuck with it. And whenever they switched to the Nightmare Factory, we got to do those classes too. And yeah, just was very blessed by
Wow.
yeah.
So you were trained by QT and a bunch of other wrestlers, obviously, that were always in their trainers and coaches. Did you ever get trained by Cody?
Not personally, no,
But he
not
was
me.
there.
Yeah, he was there. He was there a lot. With the beginners classes and stuff. I was with the more experienced classes who were getting trained by like QT and Glacier, and then like you had Cody training the really young people that are just breaking in, taking their first bumps
Getting
and things like
excited.
that.
They get excited to be with Cody, right?
Oh, I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did.
Right.
I was excited. I was
Right,
excited
right.
for
You
them.
get excited to be with Cody. Maybe you stick with it and move on to QT and Glacier. Right, I get it. Kind of
Yeah.
smart. Kind of smart. Kind of like putting on the banger match in the beginning to get the house going.
Oh yeah. But training there was phenomenal. They were very honest, very direct, as they should be. They'll tell you
As they
exactly what
should
you're
be.
doing wrong, and they'll tell you how to fix it. You know, and they will.
Well, do they mentor you to this day? Are they there if you pick up the phone and have a question?
Uh, I have not reached out to them in a while. I've been out doing my own thing. With the NWA and all that.
Right, right,
So
right.
but I'm sure that they would let me drop in whenever I wanted to. If I just hit them up with a message, be like, hey, I'll be in town. I live 3 hours away, so I
Right.
can't really hop
No,
in
no, I mean
whenever.
if you
Yeah.
like let's say like you have like somebody wants to book you and you have an issue and like you don't, let's say he's an outlaw promoter and you have questions. You have people you could call and ask like and you trust like the people that train you, they're not always there with you throughout your whole career.
Oh yeah, they would definitely Dr. Luther's a great guy. I'm sure that if I ever needed to know who someone was, he would be a guy to call.
As they should. And that's what I'm saying. They should protect the wrestlers, just like 3D Academy and all that. Ace Academy, which is Cowboy Bob Orton Jr. over in East Carondelet. Nick Aldis just wrestled there last weekend, drew a packed house, 400 and something people. Nick, he put out a tweet, I love St. Louis, and it went viral. But you need to check in with SICW, man. Go to their at SICW, Southern
Okay.
Illinois Championship Wrestling, he does a live show on Friday, and then he'll do 2 days of taping. And so he brings in people from the NWA and otherwhere, and he'll keep you for live show and the TV taping. So that's pretty
awesome.
cool. Right. And he's got to deal with something with Billy where it works out. You know how that goes. And so, but man, so you're playing, I think you're going to, this is crazy. This is crazy for me to say because I never thought I would say this. I think you're going to be NWA World Heavyweight Champion.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
I mean
I've had some of my friends gassing me up too, so it's good to hear, man.
I'm not trying to gas you up. This is what needs to happen in the NWA. Something like this dramatic, this different. You remember the Bryan Danielson movement?
Yes, I do. That was one of the biggest inspirations for me, man. It really was. That triple threat match, the main event of WrestleMania 30, I was like, I think I can do this.
They were legitly trying to squash him. Like, legit. It was part storyline, but legit. Like, trying not to have him as, like they did with, I said earlier, they become main stars. They're over so good. Like, Sandow was over so good. Aaron's. They squashed him. They were like, he doesn't fit the prototype. So that's what they did with Daniel Bryan. But what happened after he broke through that and he went through that? He became the biggest star in the world. He's still ranked in the top 10 of PWI. He's had surgery, come back from it, and is still to do what I like about him. He's not in AEW going after a title, I guess. He was in that tournament. But he's really putting people over. He's doing what he said he was going to go there. He wants to wrestle good people, and he puts people over. And if he beats them, they're still over. You know what I mean? And that's a definition of a good professional wrestler. You know what I mean? He loses matches to guys that on paper he shouldn't be losing to, but he gives them the greatest match they ever had. That they have no choice to become the greatest, to become a superstar. You're that guy. Think about what I'm saying. You're that guy. If Billy Corgan just listens for a second, he won't. But if he just listens for a second, if they put the strap on you, it barely goes around you, and you just come out and it's falling off, and you know what I mean? Use a replica. Don't use the when it's falling off, use a replica. And it's just over you like a strap, like they're wearing the bags now, the in the skinny jeans with the bags. You know
yes, I do. Yeah, that would be
yeah.
That would be crazy if that happened.
Dude, it would be the biggest. Dude, I'm telling you right now, it would be picked up by Sports Illustrated, ESPN, Wrestling Observer, PWI. They would have no choice. If there's some way that you beat Trevor Murdoch and Matt Cardona at the same time,
man, it'd be a dream come true.
You'll be top 20 next year. How could you not be? Do the math. Divide three. Hold on. So he's ranked number 13. He's ranked number 75. That's 88. Divided by 3. That's 30. You'll be ranked number 28.7. So you'll be ranked number 28 next year if you beat both of them. That's my math. Right? I'm just saying.
Dude. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, dude, like for real, like the shirt that says I beat Cardona twice. I ordered. Thank you. Danny Deals do those?
Do what?
Did Danny Deals do those shirts? Or hook you up with the I beat Cardona twice shirt?
I had a kid that I know from here in Alabama. He's a fan at New South, and he's the one who drew it up for me. His name is Dakota.
Alabama. You know who happens to live in Alabama?
Who's that?
Ric Flair's son-in-law. Conrad Thompson. Conrad Thompson. Who's buying up all the territories and secretly doing it by doing it the smartest way a man could do and the cheapest way you've ever can do it? by patenting all the old school logos. Go look up what he's patented. He's patented everything, all the old school pay-per-views. He's patented all the old school territories. That cost $500. Vince McMahon was paying $55,000 a week to Channel 11. Conrad Thompson is about to shake up the wrestling world. The world. You have no clue. Trust me, I followed that story. You might want to follow Conrad Thompson, but ladies and gentlemen. But Conrad, he didn't want to get involved with it, but after Starrcast, he was kind of almost pressured. Jeff Jarrett quit his job with WWE and was like, "Pro Conrad." You know what I mean? So that's what they're doing. But that's cool. So NWA mixing it up with MLW, I would like to see Impact in on deal, which I think might be happening, or WWE. And I'd like to see y'all on Peacock, which should have been done years ago, and I think might be happening sooner than we think. But if that does happen, yay. If that doesn't happen, Netflix, I know you got OVW coming in November and February. I know for a fact with the reality show, and you followed them around their summer tour. I know the world's not supposed to know that, but if any other streaming service like Amazon wants the best content that you can get, that many more people watch than anything, I would call Billy Corgan and get the NWA on Amazon as quick as I could.
That would be crazy, dude. That would be cool.
OVW got a contract with Netflix. Do you know who produced that show? They produced Cheers. It's the cheerleader show on Netflix with 100 million views an episode.
Mm-hmm.
That's more than WWE gets. 100 million views an episode. They're following around certified Luke Curtis and Layla and how it is for them. On how it is for them.
What was it called again, the show?
A reality show. It's like, I know the name of it. It's in my DM somewhere. But somebody that wasn't supposed to run their mouth, doesn't know me, decides to get in my DMs and tell me all about it. I break news. I immediately broke the news. He gets in my DM and was like, "Dang, bro, you could have left out the date." I'm like, "I don't even know you, and you just got in my DMs and told me everything about a contract." What was I supposed to do? You know what I mean? You don't wrestle for the NWA, bro. Get out of here. There's no loyalty. But anyways, you will be NWA champ before 2023. Unfortunately, I think your doomsday is going to be Chris Masters.
You think so?
Chris Adonis. I had a dream. I don't want to tell you about it.
Okay.
A man telling another man about a dream that he was part of, that's weird.
Fine. That's fine.
But you weren't in your spectacular outfit, so I'll go ahead and tell you the dream. All right.
I'm all ears, baby.
I had a dream that you beat Matt Cardona was the champion somehow. You beat him. You were in your glory, having your moment. The fans were going nuts. This all happened in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
You turn around, but you're not turning around by yourself. You're going to be turned around by the Master Lock.
Oh. Did I break out?
Uh-huh.
I
woke up scared for my life because Rolando, the big brother, was in trouble, and I was trying to help you any way I could. Because I was going to bulldog somebody off the top rope, something, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Dude, man, that'd be a heck of a match. That'd be a crazy match. Cool match for me.
What a segue. You know what I mean? Like, if Rolando Perez doesn't become NWA champion, it means something that you beat the number 13 person on the PWI, especially a dude that's worked his heart. Hey, no matter what you think about Cardona, the dude worked his butt off to get to where he's at. You know what I mean? He's kissed enough booty and shaken up to get where he's at, you know? So that's just my opinion. Hey, sorry, bro. My opinions do not have anything to do with Rolando Freeman's thoughts. Let's just set that straight. But he knows people, and it is what it is. But if you don't become world champion, man, is it worth it? Is it a side note?
If I don't ever become the NWA world champion,
like soon,
in terms of like
within a year,
man, I gotta win that belt, huh?
You have to, otherwise it fizzles.
Yeah.
Otherwise it fizzles. You beat him twice. Why else is it? I mean, is it to draw heat for Cardona, which that's what they're trying to do, and it's not working? It's putting you over more than anything. You know what I mean? It's backfired. And so that's good because ain't nobody – we've been booing Mike Cardona from the beginning. So whatever heat they're trying to do to get Rolando to pin him twice, wrong answer. Rolando's over. Wrong thing to do. So, I mean, on their part, good thing for you. But I'm a smart wrestling fan. They're trying to draw heat on Cardona getting beat twice by you. But it backfired, and you've become a superstar sensation overnight. And so, like, I've been bugging you for weeks to come on my show, actually. And so,
it's been a great time. Thank you for having me, by the way. I appreciate it.
You're awesome. I've been. If there was anybody that I would, dude, I'm getting ready to go to work again. I own 2 businesses. I own an eBay store. I own a perfume company. I take my daughter to school every morning. I pack her lunch. I pick her up from school every day. Like you have no idea. I'm more real than what you know. I just happen to be a product from my environment. My name's Certified Hustler. You can't spell STL. You can't spell hustler without the STL, St. Louis. You know what else you can't spell without the STL? Wrestling.
That's true. Yeah.
Spell it without the STL. And that's why God made St. Louis the Mecca of professional wrestling. Do you know where the very first professional wrestling match was taking place in the United States of America?
St. Louis? Good guess.
Right across the street. Right across the street where you beat Matt Cardona at the 1908 World Fair.
Wow.
Was the very first, right across the street in that park, Forest Park. The Art Museum, Art Hill, that's the Ferris wheel from the 1908 World Fair. It was too heavy to move to build out. They buried it and they created a hill, and that's Art Hill. That's where the Art Museum's at. Yeah, but so history. So you can't spell wrestling without the STL. The very first wrestling match ever was in St. Louis. The Mecca of professional wrestling, the home office is St. Louis. One of the greatest promoters ever to live, Sam Munchnick from St. Louis, born and raised. More title heavyweight championships of significance have been changed in St. Louis than anywhere in the world. Google it. Japan, with as many promotions they have. Any title with significance has traded hands more times in St. Louis. The NWA championship has definitely switched hands more times in St. Louis than anywhere. It switched hands in NWA 73. It stayed on NWA 74. But you get what I'm saying.
A lot of history. A lot of history there.
I'm going to end it here by saying this. And then I'm going to let you, whatever you're doing, whatever wrestling organizations, websites, whatever merch you have going on, whatever social media you have going on, after I'm done speaking, I'm going to say, shout out your stuff, okay?
Okay.
As a wrestling fan, out of the people that have the All Access, that's been to every show for the past 12 months, that's followed every storyline that I've could that was able to be followed, you know what I'm saying? It's different now. The past 6 months, it's so much better. It's night and day. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's taken over. I know Raven's in the back. Ricky Morton's in the back. I know those guys are back there. Ricky's back there. I know that. You know what I mean? I know Pat Kennedy's back there. I know that. But whoever's come in recently in the past 6 months has did the most changing. And whoever that is, thank you. And I'm going to be honest. And it starts with you. And I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched the last 8 episodes of NWA Power. I'm just going to be honest with you. Okay? But after I seen, because I have a feud going on with a few of the guys, but that's personal. It's not a real feud. It's we're family, NWA
It's
family.
a storyline.
I would not drive miles and pay thousands of dollars for a hotel and buy front row tickets and tickets for 10 to 15 other people on my YouTube channel to attend every match if I didn't like the NWA. Do you know how many tickets I bought for other people? The guy that has the connecting people through wrestling sign, I bought his ticket at NWA 73. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I've bought probably more tickets than any fan for NWA since the COVID return. I guarantee that. And that includes front row. And where the heck did they even go? But anyway, that's the guys that used to be part of the show. And the front row, whatever. They used to buy up all the front row tickets. They're nowhere to be found no more. I guess they got butthurt because Atlanta's not being used for TV tapings anymore. Not Billy's fault. Talk to the city of Atlanta. You know, talk to the commission, talk to the people that played them in the building during hard times too. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the United Wrestling Network playing them. But anyways, Championship Wrestling from Atlanta kind of whatever. I could go on and on and on and on. But he's doing a smart thing. Build the NWA from the South up, the Midwest, the Central States, the Southern States, man. The NWA style of wrestling is more Central States and Southern States than it is New Jersey. I don't think NWA would draw a house in Jersey. It's not ECW or GCW. What do you think? Do you think that would be a move that Billy would do?
I think there's wrestling. It's never say never, man. And I think NWA is a good enough product where they can go anywhere. Honestly,
I think in 5 years' time, NWA. No, I'll say 6. NWA 80 will be held at Madison Square Garden.
Dude, that'd be sick. That'd be crazy.
Just because I know what's getting ready to happen. You know what I mean? I know what's getting ready to happen, bro. So, like, the fans know something's getting ready to happen. Everybody's got, like, secrets. Duran, Kyle Duran, stop acting such like a fanboy on the podcast. Like, I got a secret I can't tell anybody. Nobody would know it was coming if you didn't, like, act like a fanboy and tell EC3 how much his pecs turn you on. That's just a, you know.
Some great pecs.
Yeah, that's great. But Mr. Spectacular wants to challenge him now to a, like, peck off. I'm like, what the heck is going on? Now OVW wants in on this. And but I'm not there to watch pecs, by the way. That's why you're one of my guys, bro. But
Thank you, man.
I love the NWA, the junior. And you know what? I love the fact that you're not even going after the junior lightweight title.
Dude, gotta go big, bro.
If you don't go big, take your home. Right?
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Right. Brother, groups are dead.
Groups are dead?
Get into the driver's seat. Rolo solo. That's just my personal opinion. And Rolando will get to the top. Because you're Miami Ice. You're a gangster. You're the biggest, baddest man on the planet. They thought Harley Race was and Haku was. Have you met Rush's big brother, Freeman?
You don't mess with me, Vato.
The beat 2 times cleanly. Matt Cardona, Chelsea Green's boyfriend.
Hey, Chelsea, I'm a single man, Chelsea. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, I don't blame you. Chelsea! Hey, you want a real man, you man. Hey, I do the math. It was 3 minutes and 56 seconds. He beat him.
Yep.
I think Rolando could go in a 60-minute marathon match, Chelsea.
I have to work on my cardio for that one.
Ric Flair! Woo! Hey, you don't know this, but do you know Space Mountain Ric Flair? And I'm going to let you go. Space Mountain Ric Flair's comment? You know how he always talks about,
let me know.
I'm going to take you to Space Mountain to the women?
Oh, yeah. Yes, absolutely. I do know of that.
Do you know what Space Mountain is?
His penis?
It's the Chase Park Plaza Hotel.
Oh,
Get it?
heck
Like
yeah.
he would go into the bars and the restaurants, and they would go up to his room in the hotel. And he
Good for Rick,
nicknamed it.
man.
He nicknamed it. He nicknamed it Space Mountain. But but hey, he might have slept with a lot. But hey, not every one of them was the best looking thing in the world. It was usually 2, 3 in the morning, and he was, you know what I'm saying? He brags a lot, but there was a lot of schnick. No, that came from Arn Anderson. So that did actually come from Arn. But anyways, man, hit up your social real quick. Tell everybody where they can find you, what you're doing. Dude, I love you. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I see you going bigger. NWA is big. If you stick with it, NWA is going to be bigger due time. I don't mean this to hurt the NWA's feelings when I'm about to say. Something big is about to happen for you. And the world of wrestling copies each other and does everything. You guys are doing something that nobody else is doing. If they don't run with this is going to be a lost opportunity. If they even just gave it a month or two just to see, I guarantee you hold that strap a year or longer. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? They bring in like AJ Kazanas and people from like New Orleans, like local guys that are like 6'5", and you just beat the heck out of every one of them. Nobody could beat you. And then whenever you lose the belt, it's like some big name, maybe Nick Aldis if he doesn't sign with Conrad or WWE in January, which he's ranked number 60. He's gone. But I'm sorry. It is what it is. I mean, if that's not a shoot, you guys are backfiring on that too. I really hope this is real, because if not, it's going backwards. Real backwards, real fast, to be real with you. But unless you guys are into that long-term storytelling. But go ahead, man. Shoot out your social media.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Rolando_NWA. And you need to go to my Pro Wrestling Tees, prowrestlingtees.com/Rolando. Get your very own I pinned Matt Cardona twice t-shirt. Twice.
I have one. It's in the mail. I ordered it today because I seen it on your Twitter.
Now so you gotta post it. You gotta post it when you get it.
I will. I do it for everybody. When not everybody. I've interviewed Tim Storm. I've interviewed Trevor Murdoch at NWA 73. I don't own any of their shirts, any of their merchandise. I'm a Trevor Murdoch guy, but I don't own nothing of his. I own like Clearwater shirts, Now Yours, Church's Money, Marche Rocket, Tootie Lynn. I'm for the I want people to get big, man. I don't, you know what I mean? There's people that have connections and could be other places, and then there's people that it's their time to shine. Hey, the one thing EC3 has going for him, nostalgia is dead. And I'm sorry to tell you, when Barry Windham can walk through a crowd at the NWA 74, he walked through the crowd. Nobody said nothing to him. Nostalgia's dead. I'm sorry to tell you. It's real. Save your money. Stop booking these people for $20,000, $30,000 when it doesn't even cover the gate. It didn't sell no tickets. It is what it is. William Patrick Corgan probably sold more tickets in his package than they did. I'm just being honest. Like, let's keep it real. Baby Doll, like, I mean, I'm just being real. Like, we have to use our brains here. You know, like, you could have paid Cowboy Bob Orton Jr., who would have blew the place off the thing off the roof. His dad wrestled there. He wrestled there. Randy Orton Jr. is one of the top men in the industry. He's St. Louis' son. You bring him out, the roof would have exploded. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. We just got to use our heads, man. There's a lot of St. Louis legends for the show. Leland Ray should have been recognized. I know he was recognized. Listen, I know he was recognized on TV, but you guys were using his ring. And even with Harley Race and all that, like, recognize Leland Race, man. You know what I mean? Please. Like, please. This ain't, again, I will say, hey, Rolando, they didn't warn you about coming on my show, bro. I apologize. Next time they should, like, It's not you. They know. Gary Horn knows. Pat Kennedy knows what's up. He's called me on my cell phone. I've been choked out by imagine this. Bradley. Jay Bradley. At a gas station. This is a true story, bro, in Oak Grove. At the last what's the power trip? I was talking mad crap to Trevor Murdoch. Mad crap. Trevor took a swing at me in the crowd, like acting like he was going to do it. I asked Jay Bradley like a jackass for a autograph at the gas station, and I go like this with the camera, and he like, oh my god! When I snapped the he said, "That's for Trevor." And then I took a picture with Wrecking Ball, and he whispered. I said, as I'm taking a picture, I'm like, "I think Trevor hates me." He said, "Yep." It's great. Tyra started following me to try to get me to like badmouth Trevor during the NWA 73 thing. I blocked Tyrus. I was like, you ain't using me. He already hates me, bro. Like, I don't want to get beat up a third time.
I wouldn't either. How about those guys?
Block. I was like, block. You ain't getting it on me. No, I take it because I dish it. Like, I feel like the dirt sheet guys, if you dish it and you're brave enough to show up, these are real humans you're talking about. Like, don't think they're not going to confront you if you say something stupid. I'm not a dummy. You know what I mean? So I know it'll happen. It is what it is. If they punch me in the face, it's a badge of honor. But anyways, bro, I would have told people for the rest of my life, Trevor freaking Murdoch knocked me out. You know what I mean? That would have been like, have you ever been knocked out by Trevor Murdoch? No. Right. Right.
Really
I won up everybody. Jay Bradley's choked me out. That ever happened to you?
No.
Not yet. Well, I won up you. Pat Kennedy ever call you a beep, 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 beep? He has me. And we shook hands and he loves me, actually. I love everybody dude, they're fine. I love everybody in the NWA. Everybody. They've worked their heart out. A lot of them have had contract offers to go other places. But when you know real passionate wrestlers, you guys live off your legacy. You want to be the ones that said that we created the NWA that stuck around for the next 50 years. I don't care if you started in 2022 and not 2017 or 19, bro, because it hasn't been crap since now. I'm just keeping it honest. Like, I've been to every show, but it's whatever, you know? It's there, though. It's there. And you've made it part. Bro, you can take happiness in that, to know that you've made a show 80% better than what it was. You can thank me for that or not. I know you don't want to make your bosses pissed.
Thank you.
It's not you saying it. It's me saying it. You know what I mean? You're supposed to think you made it 100% better. That's how you're supposed to think. I think you made NWA, USA, and Power 80% at least more enjoyable to watch. And I've been a fan since day one. Everybody in that locker room knows me by name, nickname, and knuckle that they've used. So, just telling you, bro, you're a big upgrade. I don't care the size of who you are. Your heart's bigger than anybody in that locker room. I guarantee that. The bumps are real. NFL players, I did a poll, and they will tell you that wrestlers take more beating to their body than they do, NFL players. And for you to get in a ring and be thrown around by a guy of those sizes, they're all tight ends. You're in the heavyweight division. I don't know what hit you in the head and made you say, I'm going to do that. That's like when Jeremiah Plunkett, before he turned into the Blue Meanie, decided to the Blue Meanie with jeans and cowboy boots. I call him the Blue Texan. But he decided to lose all this weight to join the junior lightweight tournament. I'm like, Plunky, what are you doing? He was like, they're forcing me. And that's like the reverse. Like, you said, forget a junior lightweight title. I'm going for the 10 pounds. That'll help out your what are those dating sites called? What is that called? The dating site?
There's a Tinder.
If you add 10 pounds to your waist, bro, You know what I mean? The ladies are going to go, wow,
They'll give it.
they ain't swiping. They're
They'll give it
texting.
swipe
You feel me?
right. Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Y'all know what it is. This is the biggest and baddest. I've had Tim Storm. I've had Plunky. I've had Jared Fritz. I've had Joe Galley. I've had the Bearded Trio. I've had, I don't know. I could keep going. Too many to count, too many to remember. This will be the one I do remember. Dak Draper. I broke the story of Tony Khan buying Ring of Honor. I'm credited for that. I've done a lot in this industry in less than 11 months. My dude's done more than me in the last 3 months. And please follow him. You know what to do. Hit the bell, run the ropes. Anytime you see an icon come on, see what I'm doing, check it out. Your 95-year-old grandma is probably my #1 fan. Have a good day.